Hey guys, Kev here, and I have a disassembly and first impressions to do for you. This here is the Civivi Riffle. I just got this in today actually, but I've been carrying it all day since, and I am loving it. Hoping it goes apart and back together relatively smoothly, and we'll see if we can get skiff bearings or something in there. So yeah, let's take her apart. It's a really cool one. It's not, noted to any designer or anything, so it's in-house at Civivi. You'll notice before I take it apart, it is dead centered. Excuse me. I have the clip-on lefty. I'm going to try to make it where I don't have to take the whole knife apart, like the scales and everything, but we'll see. I do want to note right off the bat that the action on this, the middle finger flick, is incredible. With the flipper is awesome, and it's not much of a thumb flicker, but it works. Real quick comparisons. Here is your Benchmade bug out, if you want to see that, and your Spyderco Para 3 right there. So pretty similar, just a hair bigger than those guys. And then open. There you go. All right. So you get a little bit of an idea there. And I'm really liking this thing a lot, guys. If you can't tell, I'm just rambling on and on about it. Got my handy dandy Scout Leather Co. or Scout tool, I forget. Bit driver here in Zerk. Felt that Civivi thing spin a little there, so that was a little concerning, but I think we're good. One nice thing about Civivi is they don't give you an ass ton of a spinning pivot. Sorry, this is an ass ton of Loctite on there. So I'm just gonna move my face so I don't get hit. Close my eyes a little bit, and pretty much did nothing there. Hoping I don't need to do much here. It's supposed to be a brand new knife. I did buy this off of the knife swap that I always talk about. So we'll see. Like, that shit just came off right away. So I'm sure as we get in there, it'll help. I do have these 5mm skiffs out from, I just did the disassembly of the Liangma KUF version 3. So we'll see if any of the ones I have fit. So I'm going to try to take it apart from this side and just have that be the way it goes. We'll see if that's possible. You see that scale's already just coming off, so there's that. Interesting. Okay. Now that I'm in here, you gotta be kidding me. Are those pins or are they screws from that side? Can I just pop this off? That wasn't good. Can't tell if, so I need to just take it apart. It sucks. Seriously? Well, there's not many screws left, so hang on. This goes over here. Oh, wait, did that do it? Seems like it wants to come apart. I don't know if that top clip screw is being a little bitch. That might have been holding everything in. Bottom clip screw? One of them's usually longer is what I'm saying. But that should not, it could be going into the back spacer, I guess. Just really didn't want to take this all the way apart. But at this point, I'm basically there, right? Okay. All right, this is weird, guys. I think it's just pinned in. So you see it's coming apart around the pivot, but not down here. I don't see any extra screws, so it's just pins. But you don't want to mess with that too much, right? All right, hold on. Damn, this sucks. Terrible construction, guys. I hate this kind of shit. Look at this. Freaking pins and bullshit. All right, leave that. I'm just going to leave this stuff that I can. All right, so this looks like I can put it back the way it was. So hang on, let me take this blade off. We do have the 5 millimeters there, so that's good to know. Put this clip back on. Did I say that? I didn't say that. Nobody heard that. And I can tighten this down later or whatever I want to do. But at least it's in there now. And this scale is kind of back to where it was, right? I don't want to take the pivot all the way out, just because it's going to be a pain in the ass. I'll put the C like this and pop it in. And that should be good, right? Guessing it sits off a little like that. Not much going on here, guys. Just 5 millimeter bearings and some Loctite up in here. Something shot out of there, so that's good. You do have the bearing cage, or not the bearing cage, you have a hole here, a slot for the bearings on the blade, which is cool. You do have a blade mounted stop pin. It's basically forged in with the blade. When they cut the blade out, CNC cut it, they just have these stop pins on there ready, or however they do it. I'm not an expert, but that's my guess. Yeah, so other than this pin shit, pretty simple on the construction. So we can go ahead and use these skiffs. Again, I'm waiting for these Gillian salt and peppers to get here, but I don't have them, and skiffs are really good, so it's not like we're missing out. I'm going to be down to my last set there. Put them in everything, so it is what it is. All right, so to put this beast back together, we're going to start with a bearing and some KPL, right, guys? So, KPL, again, I want to mention, I have begun to add links and codes into the descriptions of my videos, guys. So there are links to White Mountain knives, Asher knives, and KPL or knife pivot lube at this point. White Mountain knives basically get 10% off and free shipping for U.S. orders. International, you'll still have to pay for shipping. Asher knives, 10% off your order. And KPL, 10% off your order. KPL, apparently I get like commission. It's like 5% of these are like $12. So, I mean, it's not anything. I ordered these. They sell these little microfiber Q-tip type things. Check those out, by the way. They look cool. It was like $7, and I guess I used my own link. I don't know, but I got like an email. It was like, you got an order referral, and I got 66 cents from the $8 I spent. So it's not a lot, guys, but maybe after a year I could buy a couple things at KPL. You know, I figure why not? I put a lot of money into the channel. Can't hurt. It's not like I'm asking you guys to give me money or anything. You know, it's all for fun for me, but, you know, it was easy, so why not just set it up? And if you hate that idea, well, just don't use it, you know? I'm sure half the people don't even go into the description anyway. I don't read descriptions, but I guess if you can get something out of the description, you know, I would go there looking, so I guess there's that. These bearings fit perfectly, which is really nice. I'm going to put a little KPL heavy in two places. Right here on this detent ball, which is absolutely tiny, jeez. And then on the detent ball path. So you put a little John right there, dot and dot. Civivi is still not doing detent ball ramps, which is unfortunate. But most companies don't do that because basically, if you're right-handed, you push the lock bar over, it drops, and then that's it. Oh man, I just was like, it rides on the micarta? Idiot. So it rides onto this, which, again, not a fan of this construction, but it is what it is. Jeez, you see that? It just drips like crazy. Oh, no, I just need to drop, and you won't give me it, huh? There. All right, drop this sucker on. We have all our pins and everything in, is that right? I think so, yeah. You'll see the stop pins go around there. Everything seems to be in a good spot. I just need it to kind of like click into itself. Usually, sometimes you gotta move the lock bar out of the way and kind of start pushing down. Seems like everything's good. It may have just been that first time getting it apart that was a little bit of a pain. Let's see. I don't know. Seems fine. I think when I tighten everything, it'll kind of put itself back together, right? So I think there weren't any screws on here, right? So I can just drop this on. And I'll go ahead and put the pivot screw in, but I'm not going to go crazy tightening it. That seems to be sticking out a little bit, so we'll see. I don't know if there's any kind of D-shaped stuff going on there I need to worry about. This guy goes in here, from what I remember. All right, and then we have these two. Let's see, one's longer, guys. I'm guessing the longer one would be the one at the back. Goes all the way through. That's going to be my guess anyway. Yep, that's probably it. I don't know. And this guy be the one up here. Steel hardware. I actually like steel hardware sometimes because you can do this. You can just get it ready to go in, find its home, and work it in, baby. Seems to be right. All right. See anything laying around? I don't. Go ahead and shut this. See how we did on the pivot. So, you can see that is way off. And I think it might be that right there. See how that just seems off? Does it need to turn? Yeah, it can turn a little, so let me see if there's a slot for it somewhere along the way. You'd think they'd want it to look like that, right? Like be in a C shape, like that. But yeah, when I tighten down, it goes all the way over there. I mean, if I get it to center, it's right there, right? But there's a lot of play now, right? So that's not good. Could just be that skiffs don't work, you know? That's a thing, guys. Happens all the time. So I'm going to take it apart again, see if there's something perhaps that I'm missing, or if that goes in any further. That would probably fix it, but it seems pretty flush now, so we shall see. Oh, did you hear that? Nope, still off. So I think at this point, we know we can just take the screws on this side out, right? Was that? I think that was right. Yeah, it should just come apart now, I hope. Why did I? No, I didn't. I don't know. Whatever, guys. The adventures with me, Kevin. I just don't know. They're sitting flush in there, the bearings, so I don't think that's the issue. I guess there is a screw holding something here. Or is it just that pin again? That's not it. That could be it. I don't think so. I really don't think that's the issue there. I think it's just a pin or something there. I just want to look at this pivot and see what's going on here. So, we see anything different? I don't see anything weird or different or off. Come on out. Come on out. Yep, there's a slot. See that? See a little notch in the micarta? That needs to line up with that notch right there. So, it needs to be... Oh, the C is sideways. So, you want the C to be like... that? Yeah. So, the C is supposed to be like that. Okay, got it. Now it's in there, guys. Okay, so that was the issue. See? That's why we take things back apart. No worries, guys. Oh, dropped the bearing again, but... Alright, so put this back down. Hold that pivot in place. Now the KPL had a chance to smear around everywhere and, you know, wipe off a little and not be all over the place. Pop you in, pop you in. No, you need to pop in, son. Need you to pop. Man, this feels so much like a Spyderco, guys. And that is not a compliment. That is not a compliment whatsoever. I'm a dick, but it is what it is. All right. These screws are the same on this side, so that makes things easier. Hey, guys, at least this time I knew it right away. I didn't, like, dick around for an hour like I did with the Stinger. I think I posted on Instagram about how I fixed that guy, so if you're interested, I did get that to work. It was the cutout in the scale here in the micarta on the Stinger. This circle wasn't wide enough for the pivot screw to actually go all the way in. So I ended up like having to shove it, and then you could hear it pop in. And then I was like, oh, okay. And then it straightened up or centered up right away. It was crazy. Try this again. And there we go. Dead center. So let's do our rounds. Tighten everything. Tight. 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 These I already did. A screw wants to strip, but I ain't gonna let you. All right, action. No lock, like no blade play at all. It's rock solid. And maybe a little too rock solid, huh? Oh yeah, I cranked the shit out of that. A little bit of play. Maybe a little bit. All right, what's going on now? Lots of play. Little bit of play. Yeah, I'm not getting the same action I think I had earlier on it. I've said this before, but sometimes skips just don't work. You will hear like they need to break in or whatever, but usually you can tell right away. Yeah, there's no play. But you see how it doesn't even drop? It's weird. It's like the bearings aren't rotating or something. Ooh. I might leave them in there and just let them break in, so to speak, and see if that actually happens or not, like people say. I mean, it's definitely smoother already, just from a few deployments. So yeah, I'll leave them in there and see. I'm going to Loctite this because I'm pretty sure it's going to walk on me. And I don't want that to happen. So, been using this new type of Loctite, guys. It's called Permatex. Really, really cool. It's basically like this gel, and I don't know. I think it's better than Loctite because it keeps the pivot from moving, but I feel like you can still do slight adjustments because it's more like a gummy. Once it cures, it's more like gum than it is like, you know, turns into something rock hard like Loctite and then eventually crumbles into powder. This is kind of just like rubbery, sort of. It's hard to explain. But thinking I really like it, so that's the short and sweet of it. So, centering good. I mean, is that blade play or am I just... Definitely not any now. So, you know me, guys. I prefer no play. So, I'm going to let it Loctite in that position. And you should be able to crank a pivot all the way down, not have Loctite, not have blade play, and still get great action. Like, I hate the game you have to play with a lot of knives. To get a droppier action, you like have to get blade play. And that's like, it's just bullshit to me. I hate that. I don't know if I did something to this, but the freaking detent is even better now. So that's good news. Yeah, there's no play. Maybe I can loosen it a smidge. Oh, oh yeah, that's breaking in there. I mean, is there play? Yeah, there's the tiniest hint. I hate it. And you guys see me. I mean, tell me if I'm crazy. I think I wrench on my blades more than most people do. But if it's going to be Loctited in this position, it's not going anywhere. So that's how I'm going to leave it. Dead centered, good to go. I'm really liking the riffle, guys. You know, it's just a really, really cool offering from Civivi, and I haven't had one of those in a long time, and I haven't seen any other ones. As soon as I opened this and got excited, I quickly went over to White Mountain Knives, and I was like, can I find another Civivi I really like? Because I was blown away by this one. I'm not as blown away now that I've seen the construction of it. I just hate all the pins, and it just really reminds me of when I did these disassemblies. Like, I just don't like that type of construction. I get that it's necessary sometimes, but I just think it can be done better. But anyway, I went looking, and I could not find another Civivi, you know, for the life of me that I thought was cool. You know, the Keen Nader kind of looks cool, but I'm kind of over thumb studs at this point. I just don't like them. I sell all my thumb stud knives unless they're axis locks, basically, so I know I'm going to not keep it. So why even mess with it? So anyway, this has been the Civivi Riffle. I'm really loving it right off the bat. Hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will catch you later.